So we have an update. We have an update to this video right here. And it came out today, I guess, a few hours ago. Karl Jobst, who is the guy who made the video that we watched, and I think that the video was done particularly well. I liked the video a lot. Pre-watched? No, I watched it yesterday. I watched the video. We know this. Someone within the Open Hand Foundation, and this is the foundation owned by, I keep on saying Giard, the completionist, has made a privacy complaint against my video. YouTube has rejected the privacy complaint. So basically, they've tried to get something removed in the video. So they made a complaint against the video, and Mudahar responds by this. He talks about it because he's also involved. He says, man, this is just getting sketchy. All that needs to be shown is the foundation's bank statements to show that the money is there, and just donate it. Trying to find ways to remove these videos when clearly even YouTube disagrees is just odd. One of the reasons why charities have their documents publicly available is for transparency. Now, I agree that you shouldn't be posting addresses and you shouldn't be posting things that are like actionable things that will, put somebody's life in danger. I think that we all pretty much agree that's pretty much doxing, and just because something is public information doesn't necessarily mean that it's a good thing to broadcast it to the rest of the world. However, the focus on this was not on the person's address. It wasn't on their location. It had nothing to do with that. This was just simply looking at the tax filings that exist publicly as a means for transparency for these charities. So I'm going to be honest. I think this really changes my opinion a lot about this topic. I think so. I think this really does, because before, nothing really made sense about it. Right? And like, like some people were unhappy because I kind of gave this guy a bit of a break. You know, like I didn't immediately go scorched earth on him because so much of the story just didn't make sense to me. Like, I'm like, there's no way this is what's happening, right? How could this possibly be what's happening? But now that he's trying to get the video taken down, and then also, how do you know it's from somebody from the organization? This is important information. YouTube only accepts complaints from first parties. You can't file a complaint on behalf of someone else. So it was either them, and no likely reason to believe otherwise, or someone convinced YouTube it was them. Yeah, it probably was just them. I mean, that's what I would assume, right? Because if it wasn't them, they could have just said this wasn't us and we didn't file this. That's it. Last time you gave someone the benefit of the doubt, Blizzard yoinked the pet money instead of giving it as a prize. Yeah, I usually, well, I have the perspective of if things don't make sense to me, like I don't want to, maybe this is like a bad outlook to have on things, but I base everything off of that. Like if things don't make sense to me, I assume that there's something that I don't understand. Because I usually assume that people, so there's like a number of things that I'll go into things expecting, right? I will usually expect that a person will be acting in self-interest. So if a person is acting in self-interest, then I will assume that it is true. But if a person is acting against their own self-interest and in a way that's not beneficial for them and only hurts them, I don't immediately believe that because it doesn't make sense to me. Now, there are people that do things that don't make sense. But personally, that's kind of a blind spot because I can't, like, how can you possibly predict that that's what's happening, right? Like, I find that to be kind of, out of left field, basically. And usually it's not the case. Some people are actually nice people. Yeah, I think that they are, but I think in the majority of these cases, people do act in self-interest. So yeah, this really didn't make sense to me. And now that they're trying to get the video taken down, all the information is public information required by law to be public. Documents shown are public record. The addresses shown are provided by that charity on their website. Yeah, I think showing addresses maybe not a really great thing. I don't really see the purpose of showing an address. I'm not a fan of that, but that's not really the focus. Like, if that's what was happening in the video, just literally edit that out of the video. You can do that now on YouTube, you know? So, like, why is that really a problem? They could have just redacted that. Yeah, that's fine. I'm okay with that. But, like, taking down the whole video for that? No, you just redact that part and then move on. Put money on having them invested in crypto to make some money back off of the donations, and now it's gone. FTX took it. Yeah. Well, anyway, I think that my perspective on this is a lot different now. And I actually think that he is acting in bad faith. After seeing these things happen, I believe that he is acting in bad faith. Now, I don't want to say that, but unfortunately, I think it might just be the reality. I thought he was incompetent. I thought he was stupid. I thought there was something maybe mentally wrong with him. And not that any of these things are an excuse. I'm just saying, like, I didn't, never attribute to maliciousness, to malice, what can be attributed to stupidity, right? And so that's kind of what my mindset was. Like, maybe he's just stupid. This is very concerning. And what's also extremely concerning about this is the fact that he hasn't said anything about it. Like, how are you not able to just, like, make a tweet saying, hey, we know about this and we have a resolution, just sit tight and we'll figure it out? Like, you're not saying anything, you're not doing anything. That's extremely weird. Like, any controversy that I've ever been involved with, you immediately say something about it. Because if you don't, then people are going to say it for you. It's a big mistake. It's been 10 years of lies. Well, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about being found out about it. They don't care? Well, you should. People are going to be really upset about this. And by the way, I think the IRS should audit them. If they don't donate the money quickly, I think the IRS should 100% audit them. And the reason why is that there's a good chance this is fraud. There is a very good chance this is fraud. And I want to see if the money is still in that account, man. It's outrageous. You're taking money. Like, what the fuck?
Fuck you and you're stupid.
All right.